And there we are. Look at that. We're even in the right spots.
Oh no.
We did
It's
it.
us.
Oh, wow. We are very late tonight. I didn't realize it was already 25. Good God.
It's just blame me. It's fine.
Well, it's a two-factor. We'll blame Dan and we'll blame the new monitor I got because I can't fix the new monitor until everyone or the layout because who cares? We're here to play Weird Frontiers. We're going through the come on, Chuck, use your words. The Chained Coffin. Good God. Yeah. Campaign book setting by Goodman Gaines. I got it right here. Here's my switch. There it is. The Chained Coffin. That's what we're doing tonight. That's what we did last time. We ran our funnel. Something about Sour Creek. I don't know. And yeah, so we're picking back up. Everyone's level 1. Why don't we go through and meet our characters and we'll see what's going on. Let's start with Jeremy. Jeremy, who are you playing, man?
I'm going to play Mortimer, who is an undertaker turned gunslinger. Pulled some spirit-infused shotgun off of a dead old bastard. I
Yeah,
can
you
still
did.
hear it whispering, "Get off my lawn."
Perfect. Very perfect. Jake, what do you got?
Oh, well, I have a former carnival strongman who died, and so I have decided to take the opportunity to run Bert's new class that's in the works right now, the Void Ranger.
Yeah. Bert, do you want to add anything about the Void Ranger?
It's David's class, actually. Yeah.
Oh, really?
yeah. No, it's
Well,
David's
I'll
class.
give you all the credit anyway.
Yeah. So it's the reverse of the classes we have that can go through the veil into the near. It is a spirit that can pass through the near into the mortal world and encasing themselves in ectoplasm. So as they get better at things, they can manipulate that more, even using it to disguise themselves or to emulate someone else.
Fair.
Yeah.
Nice.
So they're spirits that, they can slime you.
Jake's going
Like
to be sliming
Ghostbusters.
people. Just like Ghostbusters, yeah. Was that 2 with the Statue of Liberty?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. That's what I thought. Very good. Joe, what do you got, man?
Yeah, I'm an innkeeper that died. So I'm a Tommy knocker and named Tomatthew.
Yep, Tomatthew the Tommy Knocker. Honestly, Tomatthew, of all the Joe names, that's one I can at least pronounce.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. All right. Bert, what do you got?
Well, they call me Titter. I'm here to entertain you with my mouth harp and my liquor. Some folks would call me a hellbilly. Me? Well, I'm just common folk.
That's it, yeah. And Dan, what do you got?
In a surprising turn of events, I am not playing a gunslinger this time,
That is true.
and am instead Flint Mason, Bedlamite, Derringer, and a knife, and also an awful internet connection right now, totaling up to 6 megabits per second on up and down.
Wow.
So we'll see how this pans out. My internet might dot me off tonight.
Listen, if that was the mid 90s, you would be ruling the world.
But it's not. It's not.
All right.
The Zoom call is not behaving nicely for me, so I'm just
warning
putting the
us.
word out
Okay.
there. I got 1.4 down and 5.3 up.
We'll see what we get.
It's bad right now.
Yeah. So, last session, you all you went to a wedding. You drank some magical hooch, which sucked you into a strange place filled with ghosts and little tiny corn husk dolls that tried to stab you all. You fought a rock man, and then you reunited a nun with her holy symbol and walking stick, which broke the curse and returned you back to the real world, to the, the name of the mountains. I don't remember what they're called. The Shudder Mountains. That's it.
The Buttes?
Nah, maybe. I don't know. After you returned, discombobulated, few days of wandering, you found yourselves in the little village of Ugly Bottom. Ugly Bottom is not a fan of outsiders, but after you broke the spell, the entire area was just plagued with terrible storms for a good week or two. The storms have finally let up, and you have found yourselves in Ugly Bottom for these past few weeks, recuperating, reflecting on life, training up on maybe some of the things that you saw in the strange place with the ghosts. And yeah, strength returned, weather's clearing up. You're ready to move on. Now, there was an open farmhouse in town, and there's no inn or anything along those lines. So they just put you all up in that farmhouse, and that's where you've been, kind of meeting the people in town. Let me, I did already shift you all over there. Let me shift the stream over there. There we are. And stream is not shifted. Hang on a second. Stream has too much power. Good enough. All right. So, over these past few weeks, kind of trapped in Ugly Bottom, getting to know the local residents, I want to go around and you're going to tell me what each of you would have been doing in this time, besides the necessary things, or including the necessary things to take on your new classes. Why don't we go in the same introductory order? We'll start off with Jeremy.
I mean, I assume there's probably been just a lot of tragedy in the area, and Mortimer's not necessarily strong enough in the religious sense to be like a revelator by any means,
Yeah.
but he believes in a proper burial.
Okay.
So if anybody's been in need, he's offered to build caskets.
Sure.
He knows the basic rites. If there's not a proper preacher in town, he'll help out with that. If somebody's got some spirit coin or some trade that they can, spare in turn, that's great. And
Well, I'll tell you what, with that, there's, there it is, Cheryl. She's the nun that's stationed at the church in town. She certainly takes the help. She's very big on rules and structure, always willing to help heal or offer a kind word, but you kind of get the hint, Mortimer, that she isn't as scholarly when it comes to like religion and the Bible as you would expect. But yeah, you've been kind of helping her with rites, getting anyone laid to rest that needs to. Yeah. Oh, and that's the other thing. If you're doing woodworking to help with the build coffins and whatnot, there's a guy by the name of Tom Sawyer. He lives on his farm with his wife Emily, and he is the woodworker in town. Mainly, he likes making little wooden like figurines and statues. He loves making little wooden owls, but he doesn't like doing some of the more things that he doesn't get to throw his little artistic flair in. And coffins are definitely one of those. So he would be absolutely thrilled to have your assistance on those.
Grateful I can do what I can where I can.
Yeah, well, definitely your help is appreciated. You get some coin thrown at you for the work you do for Tom. Cheryl, the nun, she doesn't really have any funding to get towards you, but she'll make sure that you get fed. Some food in your belly.
I'll make sure to donate most of what I make over to her then.
All right, very good. All right, Jake, what have you been up to?
I think I'd be finding a place in Ugly Bottom to bury my soul anchor so that I can return to death when I am disincorporealized.
Sure. Yeah, that's not a problem. So in town, like I mentioned before, there's the old empty farmhouse that you all got put up in. You could certainly bury it somewhere on the property. Kind of searching the area for a good place to hide it in. There is the, old graveyard, the old boneyard down by the church. You can maybe put it in there while Mortimer's doing some work. But as you kind of widen your search around town looking for a good place, you do find kind of to the northeast of town, just on the very edge in the woods, there's this old cairns, these old stones kind of stood up in circles. Looks like maybe at one point it was used for some kind of ritual, something along those lines. But the thing that catches you, you ask about it, and nobody seems to know anything. They are all none the wiser about this. But there are signs that it's still seeing use. The vegetation around it's always cleared out, and even sometimes on some of the stones there's a bit of ash, like maybe there was recent rituals hanging out there. But that's another spot you could consider burying your anchor.
I have a great idea.
What do you got?
I'm going to corporealize for a while, check out the skin world, and look for an outhouse.
Yeah.
Step back through to the near, and then bury my soul anchor underneath that outhouse.
I think I heard a story about a goblin that did something like that at one point.
Oh yeah, it's a great way to hide treasure. Nobody expects to look in the crap hole.
Never.
Yeah.
Especially the adjacent hole. The crap hole, as they say.
Indeed.
Yeah. All right. Joe, what have you been up to?
Yeah, since I was an innkeeper in life, I continue to be one in death, so I'm going to take up the night shift at whatever inn or taverns here because I don't need to sleep, whether or not they let me.
Yeah, not a problem. There is there's not really a tavern, but there is a house. And
Okay.
I keep closing my sheet that tells me these things. House of Auntie Kettlebrew. She makes her own beer, and her house is like the local inn or like local tavern and bar or something like that. People are always there. She's got plenty of seating. She charges 4 pennies for a tankard or a quarter for a pitcher.
Okay.
And she'll say, I can't pay you, but I'll give you a few
That's
free
fine.
drinks every night, and you get to keep any tips that you make.
Sounds like a deal.
All right.
We are now a 24/7 establishment.
Just like IHOP, but worse.
She's a little reluctant about that, but I'll say you're kind of persistent. And finally, she gives in. She's just like, just keep it down.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. What is Auntie's Kettle Brew? Give me a second, Oak. I'll find that for you.
I got it.
No, it's just she just makes beer. She doesn't call it anything fancy. Oh, you're talking about
Hot sauce.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay. I dig. All right. Bert, what's Tater been up to?
Drinking mostly. Had some friends die back there and
Yeah.
sitting over here drinking,
Okay.
mostly drinking.
Yeah. So
I'll play some songs to pay for all, this alcohol, but I can provide my own. I'll share it, but you may not want to take a sip of this.
yeah. I'll tell you what. In your search, yeah, you play some music, make some coin. You end up meeting the Cray brothers, John and Roland Cray. And they've got a very large, nice farm. They've got their wives living there. All together, there's 8 kids running around on that farm. But more importantly, they don't have a good reputation in town because rumor has it that they killed their father to inherit the farm. And the thing that caught you is that now that they're running the farm, they also make gin out of the old cellar. And they're running hooch. They don't sell any of it in town. But
I mean, who am I to judge? I mean, he might have needed killing.
yeah. But yeah, definitely a little shady. But you know, if you want to talk strong spirits, they make the strongest ones in the area. Another thing that you would find is when you're working with them, you get introduced to Sam Farlow and his 4 boys. All boys are all teens. They own, and this is a big deal here for Ugly Bottom, 6 oxens and 3 wagons. And yeah, they just haul things around in town. That's their primary income. They charge a fair price, but under the table, they make their money with the Cray brothers. They run that hooch out of town and sell it to the neighboring, areas, communities.
As one does.
Yeah. So yeah.
Selling the goods to the community.
Yeah, absolutely.
Honestly, if they need a strong back and pair of arms, I wouldn't mind helping out that enterprise
Oh, they'll take
myself for a few
Yeah.
dollars.
Yeah, they'll take you. They'll throw some coin. They got coin to throw around.
Throw it my way.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. What else do we got? Let's kick over to Dan. Dan, what has Flint Mason been up to?
He got made tonight, so I don't yet.
Okay. Well, you're a bedlamite, so you're kind of a,
So
you tinker.
probably shenanigans. I feel like he's gonna support the transit of illegal goods.
Okay. You can you can try and get in a little bit with the Cray brothers to make a little coin there. But the person who really kind of catches on to you.
Yeah, maybe we get some false bottom wagons or
Oh, you could certainly work on that. Yeah. But I'll also put out. So yeah, you do a little bit of work for the Cray brothers and the, what's their name? Farlow and his boys. Like a little work for them, but it's actually a man by the name of Don Hopper. He is the wealthiest man. He's got the largest farm. He's so rich. He's even got farm hands. But more importantly, he's a collector. And he recently got some little, clockwork brass soldiers in that the gears aren't quite turning right. So maybe he'll see if he can maybe hire you on for a little bit to patch up some of his oddities.
all right.
Yeah. Now, definitely with those oddities over the week or so that you spend there, a lot of it is very fanciful, very cool. He does have a kind of a locked area in his house, and from the
extremely
hints,
not suspicious, I'm sure.
the hints and the rumors that you're picking up from the other servants there is that's where his more suspicious collection is.
What? I just said extremely not suspicious, I'm sure.
Yeah, totally not suspicious.
I'm going in.
You've not found the chance to sneak in there. He's always kind of hovering around, or he has someone else hovering around. And this is just, like I said, what happened over the past few weeks. But yeah.
Eventually there will be an oopsie whoopsie, and I'm all in.
Okay. Well, I'll tell you what. So we've covered what you were doing. Why don't we maybe do a little bit of some rumors?
If you're making me roll dice, then I regret everything.
No, I'm not making you roll any dice.
Oh, because that's how I screw up.
Dan, roll a d6.
No.
I lied to you.
You said no dice. I've been betrayed. That's a 4.
During this
I assume
time,
that's good because it's over 3.
it really doesn't matter. During your time in town, you do pick up a rumor about in the mountains, there is a lake called 10 Mile Lake. And you pick up the rumor that there's some kind of under the water of the lake, this huge deep lake. On clear days, you can see that there's some kind of strange town underneath the water on the bottom of the lake. People have tried to dive down there before, but the giant catfish always chase them off.
They just don't have enough pellets.
They don't. Bert, why don't you give me a D6? All right. Bert, you hear of a place called Bald Hill. They call it Bald Hill because there's no tree growth, no plant growth along the cap of it. And the reason for that is constant lightning strikes rain down on the top of the hill. Some people say maybe it's a huge iron deposit just under the surface, where others say, no, it's because that's where the devil himself shows up during storms to do deals with mortals looking to sell their soul for power.
That's the Fae folk. They've been dancing up there, you see. All them lightning strikes, and so that only the really hardy will go up and join them.
Oh, yeah, there you go.
That's what I think.
Yeah, all right. Joe, why don't
Devil ain't gonna bother with this small of a community. Come on, he's got better things to do.
That's fair. Joe, why don't you make this a D4?
Huh?
Roll a D4. All right. So you hear about, there's a guy actually here in town. In town, right on the edge of town, a little outside of it maybe, by the name of Don Groves. And here for maybe a good month or so, fireflies, thick as swarms of locusts all over his farm. He's tried this and that to get rid of them, but them fireflies, they just don't go. They like something there. All right. Jake, why don't you give me a D4? That's a 1. So, Jake, you're going to hear about a place called Carrion Peak. You know, good spell ago. Sometimes when you hear it, it's years. Other times it's decades. There's a great flying beast that lived up on that Carrion Peak. Evil creature until someday, old hero went up there. Shot that creature down, but died in the process. And rumors say that his legendary 6-shooter still lay in the dirt up there on Carrion Peak. But no one really goes up there anymore because, well, before the monster, and now the place is patrolled by giant vultures as large as bison. And there's the text for that. All right, Jeremy, you don't get to roll. Yeah, you get the rumor about a place called Yander Mountain Ridge. I'm sorry, Yander Mountain Ridge Road. Used to be a huge trading path. People all over used to take that ridge road to get to and from where they were going. But a few years ago, stopped because all of the settlements in the area, everyone living there, slaughtered. Just butcher's work, everyone dead. People traveling the road started going missing. And not too long ago, a couple of youngins went into them caves looking for gold, but none of them ever came out. So you hear these things. And one last thing I want to put out there for the group. Mainly I want to put this at Bert. There it is. Oh, that's what I was doing. I gotta look at the name. The guys with the carts.
Praise.
Farlow. Sam Farlow. He'll warn you there,
darn
Tater.
Farlows.
Yeah, he warned you there, Tater. Well, now that the weather's clearing up and you might be heading out, just
Zeus.
if you heading out town towards the north, only go that direction during the day. That old Moonricket bridge up there is done haunted, and at night that ghost comes out, and it'll put a curse on anyone that gets too close to it. Stand there pointing at him.
Yeah, I guess this has happened to some folks. What's the curse like? You go bald or something?
Well, it's different for everyone. One person, he got cursed, and he done just crapped his britches right then and there.
Oh,
Another
that's a
person-
Monday.
Yeah, another person got cursed, and they got so scared they turned and they ran right into a tree that had a broken branch, went straight into their eyeball, and just hung them up there like a jacket on the back of a door.
Nah, that's more like a proper curse right there.
Mhm,
Yeah.
mhm.
Or just a real big oopsie.
Anybody been trying to exercise, remove this ghost? I got some friends that might be interested in doing that.
Well, no, I mean that old nun, she went up there and shook her cross and her holy book at it, but it didn't much do nothing. Of course, I don't know how good of a nun she is.
I feel like that leans towards just being a big oopsie whoopsie.
If it means enough to you, I got some folks that might be able to take care of that. I'm just saying.
I tell you what, it would be nice to be able to travel that direction after nightfall.
Hmm.
You all take care of that ghost. Well, I can't give you any coin for it, but I got a small cask of that gin we've been running. Done. And he'll even pull it out of the false bottom on the wagon that Flint installed for him.
Didn't even have to finish that sentence.
I done sell these in town for $10-15 on a slow day.
Uh-huh. Yeah, that'll do nicely. Let me go talk to some of my friends. See if we can take care of this problem for you, okay?
You got it.
Mm-mm.
I'll let you go talk to your friends then, yeah.
Yeah, I'll go round everybody up.
The important thing is that he considered us friends.
He did. Everyone
Well,
makes
I
mistakes.
consider myself friendly.
You go through a certain amount of heck with some folks, and some of them even die and come back during that. I mean, you got some sort of bond there. That's all I'm saying.
Hmm.
I don't think it's that uncommon to come back.
Nah. Not these days. No. Not since them 7 days a night. You got that right. Hey, where's that ghost friend of ours? He figure out how to get himself solid like?
That's you, Jake.
You're muted there.
No, he just hasn't incorporated vocal cords yet.
Exactly.
That's how you know he's a
It's
ghost.
still forming. All the goop is still.
Yeah, I'll try to roll a spirit check to see if I can corporealize.
Okay.
That's how you know he's a ghost proper. So he's still not talking to us.
Jake, that is
well,
a
24.
Yeah.
That's a nat 20, in fact.
I think that nets you a boon as well.
Yes, it does.
Yeah, you
So, yeah.
materialize like nobody's business.
Oh, there he be. Ah, looking good there, Mr. Man.
Yeah, a little drippy, but
I think your chin is a little bit more defined than it used to be. It's all chiseled like now.
Well,
Got
it
one
was
of them
chiseled like
movie star
before. I
profiles.
was thinking more of a strong man personally, but yes, still none the same.
You on good terms with any of the other deceased folk?
Yeah, that one, and I'll point to Tomathu.
Well, we got one causing problems in the town here.
Not that
It's
one.
taking
I'm
up some
good.
valuable travel real estate, and if and we can convince it to move along, well, there's a little something in it for us.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm sure I could slap it around a bit or talk to it gently, whichever you prefer.
Oh, just so it moves along. So that's all I'm looking for here.
I mean, there's at least a sandwich in it.
No need for violence, Mr. Man.
Yeah, okay. I'll try something else. So yeah, let's go speak
How
to
about
this
you, Mr.
fellow.
Tomathew? You're near brush with death, or I guess complete
Tomathew.
brush with death.
Yeah.
Make you inclined to help a fellow deceased person move along?
Sure, something to do.
Well, there's some gin in it. You get that form of yours pickled up real nice.
And quite
I don't feel as
possibly a
much
sandwich.
kinship to the spectry ones.
Mortimer?
I reckon I'd like to know maybe what made him stick around. Feel like maybe they deserve a chance to move on all peaceful like, even if they're causing trouble. Usually something bad's been done to somebody to make them do that sort of thing.
Yeah, I'm all for hearing the spooks stories. They make for great singing, make some great songs out of a good story. I'd like to hear some of that. What say you,
Yeah.
Mr. Flint, Mr. Mason, Flint Mason? I never did trust people with two first names, I gotta say.
That's true. And that's also you, Dan.
You set you up for that one.
I mean,
He
a little
did.
bit.
We see Bert's plan coming together.
Oh, no. No one should ever plan on me doing anything. Because that requires me usually to roll dice,
All right.
which is regrettable.
Yeah. So you got
All
everyone
right, if
in.
y'all got nothing better to do, let's head on out. I got.
I'm good to go do.
Are you good to have some gin? Here's some good gin.
I mean, I
Man,
feel like that's a given.
All
I'm
right.
hearing we're gonna help a soul find a peaceful
Mhm.
rest.
I'm
Help some
I'm
souls that live
almost-
here have peaceful transportation and a glass of gin.
I'm
I mean,
almost
that's a hat
insulted that
trick.
you asked me. Because you should know I want it.
Yeah, well, there's more reason. More reason. Let's round up then. Let's head
cool.
on out.
Hey, Mr. Mason, I was wondering, like, hypothetically speaking, if I was able to get myself a Confederate cavalry saber on the cheap, on account I was getting somebody buried, you think you could get that mounted up on my shotgun for me?
That's you, Dan.
I was getting my beer.
Oh.
I was being bad.
How dare
No,
you.
it sounds like you're doing the right thing.
Having some more water.
I'm having some more water. Sorry. You can right by me one more time.
Oh, he was asking
Now,
you a
basically-
question.
I know. I didn't catch the question.
No, Mortimer was just hitting you up like he's potentially found a cavalry saber on the cheap, a bayonet, as it were. He's seen if you think you could hook up like this ridiculously oversized blade onto the bottom of a shotgun.
I mean, probably.
I mean, I could go and talk to the blacksmith in town,
We
but
could
you're
just put a
Flint
little
Mason.
weld in here and a little weld in there, and ta-da! There's a blade on your shotgun.
Exactly. I mean, not necessarily right now, but maybe afterwards. Just
I won't make any promises, but yes.
All right.
yeah.
So you're going to go talk to this ghost, take care of this ghost, whatever you want to call it. What do you want to do? Walk me through your plan here.
Sam,
Well, I do have to warn all of you fine gentlemen that are into doing this. I was told that if we bother the spirit, we're going to get cursed. Now, some of them curses seem just perfectly fine. I mean, if you don't mind cleaning your britches, Some of them curses downright painful sounding. Just thought I'd warn you, cost of the trade and all. Maybe we could convince the spirit not to levy out a curse.
No, I mean, if it tries to levy out a curse, I'll shoot it.
Okay. I guess we're just gonna mosey down there with our feet because none of us can afford a horse right now.
Yeah, you're all
Dude, I got
Doing
a
that
horse.
there walk. Shut up.
Mortimer's got like this like beautiful chestnut horse that just kind of showed up called Hemlock.
I know why. And I'm jealous. I'm not jealous.
Gunslingers just get horses. They just
Yeah.
get
Because gunslingers get horses.
Hemlock.
Well,
Just
certainly you're not gonna ride that beautiful creature. It seems a lot more like a companion than a mount to me. I mean, look at it.
Yeah, Hemlock's real sweet, and she
Gonna
likes to
have
go to
a
church.
gonna have a delightful conversation with it instead.
yeah,
I'll
Hemlock
tell you what,
is a great looking horse. You never seen a horse with tentacles that shine that brightly.
I don't like to mention it. She's real sensitive, and you know, but she's got a real nice temper to her.
We
What time?
talk
Never
words
eat it.
at it, and it eats oats at us.
It's true. One time I saw it take a bite out of a wolf, but that's figure that's normal.
Yeah, that's self-defense.
As you do. Wolf's good eating.
Mm-hmm.
Where
So
is this ghost at?
Up this way.
yeah, you would know. Tater, you may have even passed through here on maybe some of the runs with the boys, and you know the old bridge. Previously, when you've gone across that bridge, it felt a little weird, a little cold, but you just maybe there was a breeze coming off the water, something like that. But it was during the day that you passed over it. So yeah, what time of day, I guess, is what I'm trying to get to. Do you
It
wanna
would
head
have been
on
just
there?
like an hour or two after I was told about it. So
Yeah. Okay.
Well, cash in on that gin.
yeah.
Yeah.
We're gonna need it tonight.
Yeah. All right.
Is there any time of the day that's wrong for gin?
No. Other than the fact that never mind. You all head on over there and you see this old covered bridge. A little bit on the rickety side, but it's still daylight, kind of later in the day. We'll say maybe like 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock. Sun's still out, maybe getting ready to set here in the next 45 minutes or so. And it's just a bridge. You can hear the trickling of the stream underneath of it.
It's just that there bridge to Terabithia.
And Mr. Man, are ghosts like trolls? Do they like to hide out underneath bridges?
Not having been a ghost for too long, I can't say for sure, but I have to assume yes.
You didn't get like a prospectus. They didn't hand you like the book or anything.
Which book?
For the recently deceased.
I'm being undead. Like you didn't get a book.
I mean, yeah, but it mentioned nothing about trolls underneath the bridge.
No, well, I guess we're safe then.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, you know what? I got an idea. I'm gonna volunteer my little snifter, and this here little snifter of spirits is for the spirits that here. Gonna give this out to you. What in good anticipation of our meeting. Just kind of pour it out along the bridge.
Okay. Yeah, you pour a drink out. Nothing really happens, but you do kind of notice that as you step onto the bridge, there is that kind of cold feeling. You almost get the feeling like someone's watching, but there's no sign of anything.
Like someone walked on my grave, like the time people tried to hang me once.
Is that a different character? No.
No, they just hung me high. It was fine.
Mm.
I just came drifting back across the plains.
There you go. All right. So now what?
Like a dolphin.
I'll just
Off the
approach the
weeds.
bridge.
Okay.
I'll get
Yeah.
my mouth harp ready just in case.
Yeah.
Pardon us, ma'am. I'm sorry I wasn't told your name, but we're here to parlay. That's the right word, right?
Mm.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sound right.
Little palaver, a little talk, little
A little jabba jabba.
yeah.
So yeah, you head onto the bridge, you call out, you've got your harp ready. Once again, nothing really happens. Now, of course, the information you did hear is that it was to avoid the bridge at night. You know,
So how late is it again?
you got maybe like 45 minutes till the sun sets.
All right. We might have to sit a spell, folks. I'm just now remembering, being inebriated most days and all, that it's best to avoid the place at night. So maybe she only comes out at night. So why don't we sit a spell, have a little food, have a little looks around. I mean, most hauntings occur when something bad happens in an area, right? Maybe we look around.
No, that's a good point. Like, there may be a chance, and I don't mean to dissuade anything's been said. Sometimes there are people that are just assholes that will pretend to be ghosts, to scare others. Might not hurt to look for a sign of that.
Gives us undead a bad name.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, if he wants to be a ghost so badly, I can arrange that. But I suppose we could sit here and wait a spell.
I'm going to look around.
Let's make it productive. Let's look around a little.
Yeah.
Kick some rocks around.
You have a little looky look.
Yeah, just see if there's places where maybe people sometimes have laid and hiding and come out to jump out and scare people or something like that. Just on the offhand chance.
Sure.
I'm curious.
Usually,
we were told it was like a ghosty ghost, not like a flesh kind of guy like me, right?
I was told ghost. Curse you.
I've seen me an
flesh
episode
like
of
me
that.
is kind of laying around somewhere, but without the ghost in it, so it's not moving. So I want to go
almost
find
always
that.
shenanigans.
I mean, here's the thing. You get scared, you do stupid shit. And sometimes people know you get scared at nighttime. They just jump at you at nighttime. We got an hour to spend is all I'm saying. I'm just looking around.
All right.
I
Yeah,
want to
probably
go
wouldn't
find
hurt to have a
the
look around.
ghost meat.
Okay.
The meat up the ghost?
Yeah, because I
Yeah.
got my ghost in my meat.
The ghost or loin?
But if it's just the ghost without the meat, then it's probably got the meat somewhere nearby.
Is that a ghost or loin? Like the tenderloin, but a ghost?
No, it's a ghost chop.
Maybe.
Ghost check.
Yeah.
Well,
all
I'm
right.
looking up here on the bridge. Somebody ought to go down underneath.
Yeah.
Doing like a high-low thing.
Yeah.
I'm going to go look for some ghost meat.
All right. So, Tater, you're looking up on the bridge, looking around the area there. Tomath, where are you going to be looking?
I bet they fell off the bridge. I'm going to go look under the bridge for the ghost meat.
Okay. You're looking under the bridge. Flint, you looking where?
What?
I mean,
what is-
honestly, ghosts sound like bullshit to me because that doesn't subscribe to my mechanisms. So
is this the bridge we're
No.
at, or where's the
No,
bridge
it's
that
not
we're
on
at?
the map. It's outside of town
Oh,
a
okay.
little
Never
ways.
mind.
Yeah. All right. So, Flint, you're just
Is there?
waiting.
Is this like over a river, or
It's over a fairly wide stream. Not quite a full-on river, but yeah.
okay?
Looks like
I-
maybe.
I'm gonna awkwardly say I'm probably looking up at the sky.
Okay, you're looking up at the sky. Yeah, but Tomath, maybe it looks like when maybe some heavier rains were coming through. Probably ran a little bit higher since the storms have kind of died off. That runoff's all kind of left, so it's not real high at the moment.
Okay.
Mr. Man, what do you got going?
I think I will transform into a mist-like vapor and just sort of drift down underneath the bridge.
Sure.
Take a look around.
Sure. And Mortimer.
I'm doing kind of some more mundane, tracking, so to speak, looking to see if there are little spots where there's signs of people that have kind of like waited on the fringes of the bridge, or
Okay.
there may or may not be, but doesn't hurt to check.
Okay. So, yeah. Flint, you're just hanging loose. Tater, you're looking around on the bridge. The bridge itself seems to be just a regular bridge. It is a little bit touch of the disrepair. Maybe the rumors of the ghost have kept people from performing the necessary upkeep on it. But on the bridge, through the covered portion of the bridge, nothing does seem to jump out. You can see inside. There are definitely a few spots here and there where if someone were to hide an ambush, they could. But no one's there currently. Tomath, you're looking underneath the bridge for the meat.
Yep.
Directly underneath the bridge, doesn't really find anything. You look downstream a little ways, and you can see there's kind of a sharp bend, and kind of the stream disappears out of sight after that. But directly under the bridge, not a whole lot that you're picking up.
Okay.
Mortimer, you're looking for ambush places to hide. You kind of walk the bridge a little bit while Tater's walking the bridge, kind of taking in the area. Why don't we, this will be my first call for an actual test, I believe.
Oh, my.
You're going to go ahead and give me an intelligence test.
I
The
will.
important thing is, it wasn't me.
It wasn't me.
10's fine.
Nice, even 10.
Yeah. So as you're up on the bridge, you're kind of looking around, and you're kind of looking down towards that sharp bend that maybe Tomathew's just kind of staring at. And
Come on.
you can see the water looks like maybe it's a little deeper there, but the kind of the shrubbery that is around that outside hook on the bend, you can see a bit of stone, and it looks like there's actually like a cave mouth down there. And if you're going to wait in ambush to shoot at someone walking across the bridge, that could be a really good spot. It's got clear line of sight on it.
Coco. Oh,
Now,
she doesn't like this. She never does.
Before we act on any information, Mr. Man,
Yes.
do you need to do anything to slip back into the near?
Well, I was hoping to. Well, yes, I either need to spend personality points or just wait a while.
Okay. How long is a while? Is there a set time?
Let's see here. Briefly to the land of living. Remaining in the skin lands for more than 24 hours, so it'd have to be more than a day.
Okay.
A long while.
Okay. So either
Oh,
way.
are you talking about just crossing back over?
Yeah.
You can do that anytime. You've got a natural pull to the other side.
Oh, okay.
Also, you can see into the near without having to cross over.
Oh, excellent.
Well, that
Yeah.
changes everything. As
That's
in that
really
case, I'll just
cool.
drift around underneath the bridge.
now,
You could
Mr.
just
Man.
have a good old time
Yeah,
under the
Mr.
bridge.
Man, as you're kind of slipping into the near, kind of looking how you're going to get down underneath the bridge, you happen to just kind of glance up for a moment, and you can see that there is a man standing on top of the covered bridge, pointing down towards Tomathew.
Oh, no.
Now, Jake, I'm sorry, Mr. Man. Yeah, you recognize a ghost when you see one, as it just stands there, just pointing down.
Well, I will slip my misty hand back up through the bridge to pull myself up back atop it where I can rematerialize.
Yeah.
And then I'll pull out a derringer and shoot the ghost.
Okay, you pull yourself up onto the top of the covered bridge. You shoot the ghost with a derringer. Does your magic Void Ranger powers give your bullets the ability to
harm ghosts? Yes,
Yeah.
it does.
Okay. Go ahead, draw your card, roll it out.
Card is 9 of spades.
Okay, it's not an ace or an 8. That's what counts.
Exactly. But it is a 2, so I just
Okay.
I shot the gun at least.
You shot the gun.
But you didn't shoot the deputy.
Yeah. Well, you didn't shoot the sheriff either with that roll. As the
Yeah.
ghost head slowly swivels towards you, and as it does so, you can see its ghostly form. It's got this huge slash in its neck, like a cut ear to ear, and it starts trying to like mouth something. And as it's doing so, like its ghostly tongue just kind of falls through the opening.
You suck.
But it keeps pointing down towards Tomathew, who's kind of down in the stream underneath.
I'll look to everybody else. There's a guy standing right there, and he's pointing at Tomathew like he's pointing at him.
Like
It's-
right there?
Yeah, right
Are
there.
you sure he's pointing at me or are you pointing at where I'm at?
Like in this space where there's nothing, like right there?
Yeah, right there. Where there's
And then
nothing
he's
there,
point-
there's something there. And he's
There's something
pointing-
there.
Oh,
And he's
I'm
pointing
just gonna
at
start.
somewhere else where there's something at.
He's pointing at where you're at,
Thomatthew.
Thomatthew, and also where you used to be at when you used to be there.
Well, hold
So
on
there's a
second.
nobody pointing at a
Hey,
something.
man,
Hang on.
if I move around, is he still pointing at me?
Thomatthew, you start moving around. You shift a ways to one side and one ways back to the other. Mr. Man, you were watching, and the hand does not move. The point does not follow.
Oh, my bad. No, he's not even pointing at you. He's pointing at. What are you pointing at?
He's pointing his vicinity.
So,
Oh,
Yeah.
I bet my card.
Mortimer,
Why don't you point so I can see where he's pointing?
Oh, that's a great idea. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
I will stand where the ghost is standing, like exactly where the ghost is standing, and then point exactly where the ghost is pointing.
now, Thomatthew, you would see he's pointing at that bend in the river. And Mortimer, you see that he's actually pointing at that small cave hiding right behind that bend in the creek.
I just start wading through the water straight there.
Gosh.
Maybe we ought to just like
Oh yeah, shush our way down there.
Shush.
Yeah.
All right.
Or
My
shush.
apologies, Mr. Ghost. We'll check out what's down there real quick. You just
Yeah.
and I'll start heading to the cave.
Might be it's a ghost of somebody who got ambushed that is all pissed like about an unfair demise.
Now I feel really bad for shooting at him, but
I mean, you get what you get.
Yeah.
I mean, he's
Sometimes
coming
you
right
get
at
shot.
you.
All right. So I heard that people are planning on sneaking down there. Is that correct?
Oh.
Mhm, mhm.
Anyone who's going
Yeah.
to sneak down there, you're going to go ahead and give me that that agility test. Is it agility?
I mean,
just
sneaking sounds fun.
All right. So,
Oh,
Thomatthew.
what if I told you I nailed it?
Oh, that's your ballad
Peter
die,
starts
Tater.
playing his mouth harp so that you all can get a little bonus to all this.
Nice.
Oh, nice.
It's a +1 to your action dice and saving throws as long as I'm playing.
Awesome.
Does it increase the size of the die?
No, just a
Or-
+1.
But it is kind of funny because you're playing the harp, so it's drawing attention to a different place.
Yeah.
Just saying that brings me up to a real solid 5.
Oof.
A solid 5. Just the way. I'm sorry, I'm going to stop.
Okay. So,
We're talking about brisket again, aren't we?
Yes,
yeah,
we're talking about
yeah.
brisket.
A real solid 5.
Yeah, Dan bringing the solid 5.
y'all are killing me tonight. Just killing me. As you make your way down there. Now, Thomatthew, you're marching along. Tater, you're standing up there playing on the mouth harp. Flint, you're trying to sneak down there, but maybe you slip a few times, accidentally kick a couple
I
rocks.
believe I'm doing great.
Yeah. And yeah, you all make it down there. Tater, kind of you follow along a little farther back to keep your tune going on, staying in range. And as you thumbing away on this mouth harp, Mortimer, Mr. Man, you were there right as Thomatthew. Now, Thomatthew, you storm into this little bend in the river. It gets kind of deep, so now maybe you're floating at like bottom of your rib cage is how deep it is. But you would see once you kind of move up there, there's the there's a cave entrance behind this brush that Mortimer was kind of pointing out.
Hey guys, I found a cave.
Yes, he did.
Spiffy. Let's check it out.
Out of all the caves I've seen, it's one of them.
I don't know what's
This
at the
most
bend he
recent.
was pointing at, but there's a cave. So let's look at that.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
All right.
Mhm,
So
mhm.
what's the plan?
Cave. Go. In.
Does anybody have a lighter?
So Chuck, I can move while playing. So do you want me to make that roll too as I try to go down with
I
everyone
didn't
else?
realize that. Yeah. Well, I would say you would probably be up there playing once they kind of made it down to the cave and started
All right.
talking about moving down. Yeah, you would need to, if you wanted to move down, you could just let them find their fate in that cave.
Oh no, they might find some booze. What'd you want? An agility or reflex save? What was it again?
Oh, that was just for those sneaking down there. Would you?
Oh no, I'm not sneaking.
Yeah, you
Not
don't need
sneaking.
to roll if you're not sneaking. You can just move down there.
I got a candle.
attempted to sneak, and I will every time.
Okay.
Just letting y'all know.
Okay. So what's the plan now? You're all looking at this cave entrance. Two of you have done so sneakily. One of you
So sneakily.
thinks they did it sneakily. One of you did it with great vigor, and then there's Tater coming up.
I'll be a little behind everybody, but
Yeah.
yeah.
So what's the plan?
I'll light up my candle and walk inside.
Okay. I like it. Thomas, you light up your candle. Give me an intelligence test.
All right. Is it a complicated candle? 6.
Yeah. That's fine. Give me a second here. You know what? That's what I should have done. I was like, Chuck, you should grab some physical dice. That way you can roll stuff in this, because you don't know how to private roll and roll 20 like you do in Foundry. Okay. You head down. It's a large, empty cave. You can see that probably when the river gets a little higher, it just floods into this cave. But as you kind of descend, it's damp, a little bit of water on the ground, but not too much. And you can see towards the back, there's a, must be a spot where the cave drops deeper, floods in. And you can see that something's caught. There's just a bunch of debris in there. But one of the things you notice, there is a very old corpse just held together by bits of wet sinew.
I found our ghost meat.
Well, you start to say you found your ghost meat, but then the 3 giant salamanders that are down here that exceeded your notice test, I'm going to give them a round of surprise on you.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
As all of a sudden, from hiding, 3 giant hellbender salamanders, these large creatures, slimy red and black mottled skin, they're going to try and bite you. What's your AC?
12.
Did it just roll a 21?
It did, which means it's not out. Yeah, I rolled an 18. The real thing that caught me is that. Oh, hang on. Let me re-roll the damage. It didn't roll the damage right. I'm trying to hurt you, but I don't want to hurt you that bad. Okay. So that's going to be, what is that? 13, 16 damage.
I'm dead.
As you all hear that, hey, I found and then, and the sound of crunching and a Tommy knocker being consumed.
Oh God.
What do y'all do?
Murder?
Yeah, I'll shoot the one that bit him.
Well, I'll tell you what. Let's go ahead and roll initiative, just so we've got that out there. They have taken their action. Because I'm giving that as surprise round. Well, actually, no. It'll be a fresh initiative thing. Give me a moment. All right. Turn order is empty. So yeah, click on your token on the map. They're all hiding in the center there, and then roll your initiative.
Oh, I need to zoom in so I can.
Yeah, you'll
see
need to
it.
zoom way the hell in.
Working on it. Ah, there it is.
They look like pickles.
They do.
I think I clicked my thing. I don't know if I did or not.
Yeah, I can't click it.
That's
not
all
letting
It's
me
right.
not
click
letting me
it.
actually like click and highlight it.
All right, who we got? I got
Uh,
Jeremy, Joe,
I ha-
Bert. Oh, hang on.
I've got a picture, but no token. I don't know. I think I've ruined everything.
You have.
But that's
Consequences
okay.
will never be the
All right.
same.
Try and roll your initiative.
All right. Doo-doo-doo,
It told me that you suck and you need to roll better.
Wow.
Oof.
Yeah, it doesn't let us modify it, and we still can't click on our
All right.
tokens.
Give me a second.
I'm
Got
just saying
plus-
I rolled a natural one.
Me too. Got +4 to initiative. Rolled a nat 1.
I don't have a +9 to initiative anymore.
You don't.
Like
right.
my old
I
Weird
rolled a
Frontiers
19,
character
but I'm
did.
dead.
Joe rolled a 19. Jake, what'd you end up with?
I ended up with an 8.
8. Jeremy,
Yeah.
5.
Dan,
2.
and Bert.
11.
11. All right. Joe, what is it? You get to bleed out for the number of turns that you per level.
Yeah, he's not dead yet, so he's got one more. He's got a turn,
Yeah.
and then we can roll the body if he
Okay.
does.
So I'm gonna say Joe's the
Okay.
only Tommy's the only one down there right now. So they're just gonna be borrowing some chunks of meat to consume on from him. Taking us over to
Hey, that's
Tater.
fine.
Tater, you hear the scream and the silence, now some crunching and chewing from that cave.
Yeah, I mean, I'm heading over, but I'm probably further behind everybody is the problem.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah,
I'm
you head on
heading in.
over. Move on in. That's fine. Jake, you're up.
Actually, you know what?
What do you got?
They can probably hear me, so let me go ahead and play me my ballad to give them a little
Nice.
extra
There you go.
as I walk forward or
Yeah.
go forward. So it's just a +1 to
Okay.
their rolls and their saves.
That's still a big
Still
deal.
helpful. Absolutely.
Especially at level 1.
Yeah. All right, Mr. Man, you're up.
I will pop off the second shot of my Derringer at the one that's currently chewing on Tomathu.
Sure.
Do any of my abilities let me recover health?
There's rules in there in the PDF for Tommy Knocker. Yeah.
But
You
it's
gotta
like out
eat
of
meat.
combat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
But we
Jake,
can
I'm not
revive
just going to
you.
recover really fast out of combat.
yeah,
Mhm.
Jake, did you
Okay.
pull a card?
Oh, I forgot too. 3 of spades.
That's good. And you did absolutely great. 7 damage with that little Derringer. That's great. You move in and you shoot one of these giant lizards. All right.
Hooray.
Jeremy?
So somebody needs to tend to Tomathu this round, or he'll have to
hmm
roll the
He'll
body
have
and
to
then
roll the
like
body.
lose stamina and that sort of thing.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You know what? Mortimer's all about like kind of respecting the dead. He'd like to shoot one, but it's more important to kind of go running in there.
Okay. Yeah. You stabilize Tomathu.
I'm all right.
All right. Tomathu, I believe
You're a long stretch from all right, Tom. With you,
Yeah.
just
I think
I
that
just have a
leaves
few more
you.
holes than normal.
Yeah, I think that leaves you unconscious and with 1 hit point. But you're not dying.
Cool.
All right, Dan, what do you
How
got?
does that work? Because
I think stab.
Okay.
it's like you stabilized without having to lose a permanent stamina
Like
point.
we'll see if we can just knock it off here.
Sure.
Just knock that shit out.
7 is a miss.
No, I did not knock that shit out. And even if I did, it would have been.
Yeah. So
One
he's not
damage.
unconscious, but he's at -4 for the next
Oh my
hour.
that's
gosh.
right. Okay,
Yeah.
I remember that now. Good.
That was unbelievably bad.
Yeah. All right. Joe, you're not unconscious, but you are at a -4 for everything.
And 1 hit point.
And 1 hit point. Well, technically it's a
Yeah.
-3 because Bert's playing.
I will be back for
Okay.
a moment.
Yeah, I'm not happy about that. I'm gonna try and you said it's just a -4.
Yeah. So Bert's giving
Oh, no,
everyone
Minus
gonna do-
3 because you get a
Yeah.
bonus.
Bert's giving everyone a +1, and you've got a -4, so it's -3 to everything.
Oh, okay, right. I'm gonna swing my door bar, try and hit one of the guys that's munching on me.
Absolutely.
-3.
12
12 hit.
is a miss by
Damn.
2. All right.
Yeah.
All right. Let's see here. We got some salamanders that are going to go. The first one, I feel like the people who are up in range would be Flint, Tomathew, and Mortimer. It's going to run up and try and take a bite out of Flint. That is a 10 to hit. Let's check Flint's sheet to see if that'll hit.
Hopefully he's at least 11 because he's level 1.
As long as he doesn't have a negative in
Agility, yeah.
And he has a +1 on agility. His AC should actually be 12.
Nice. Okay.
And yeah, okay. That's good. The next one, I've got the same options. I'm going to roll it out again to see who I'm going to get. It's going for Flint.
No. Poor Dan. Oh, God.
Oh.
16 will hit. Now the problem is Dan hasn't rolled his HP. Let's take a look here. Flint. He's got a D8 hit die. Oh, that's great. Dan's got 9 hit points. So he's at 0
No.
right now.
Ah.
Okay. Bert, you're up.
You're muted.
Can I see what's going on?
Yeah, you can see what's going on in there.
All right. I'm gonna just stop thumbing the mouth heart, but I'll leave it in my mouth and I'll level out my rifle and take a shot.
Nice. Very good. Go ahead and pull your card and
All right.
your
Is there
shot.
anybody not in melee with one of the creatures or?
Jake,
I am not.
Mr. Man is not.
Okay. You don't have a card deck on the screen, do you? No. Okay.
I don't. I can pull a
No.
card for you if you need me to.
Yeah, if you would, I'll grab a set here on my next chance to do so.
Yeah.
I've actually got a second deck of cards here.
If you want to, I've placed my deck of cards somewhere. Oh, I put them in my box of game goodies. Knocking stuff over. Yeah, I'll let you pull a card, Jake.
All right, give him a quick shuffle here.
Oh, made a 17.
That's a good roll.
Got and sorry, Black Joker.
Oh no.
My apologies.
Is that bad? Or is it just aces and eights that are bad?
It's aces
Black
and eights, but
Jokers
Black
and
does it. Go ahead.
yeah.
It's an automatic misfire,
Yeah.
and you receive 1d3 hex tokens. So
No.
that is not nice. So what is misfire? Is that a roll on a table?
No,
No,
it just
that's
means
what I
I've got to
thought.
clear the
Yeah.
gun.
Yeah.
It misses, and I can't shoot it until it's clear.
Yeah. All right. You're gonna take D3 hex tokens. Let's roll out and see how many you get.
Of course.
3 hex tokens, of course.
Oh, God.
Dan, just so you know, while you're away, one of these lizards bit you.
Did I tell it to no?
You did not. The first one tried to bite you,
didn't.
and it missed. The second one bit you, and dealt
How
9.
much damage did it do?
9.
Oh, I died.
Well, you're not dead,
I very died.
but you're down.
I had 2 HP.
No,
Yeah,
that
you
was
never go below 0. You just, and if somebody can
Well-
get to you in a round, they can stabilize you.
Oh, yeah, sorry, I forgot to count for my leveling up. But yes,
I already rolled that
still
in for
killed.
you. So you
Yeah,
had
it
9
dropped.
hit points,
Yeah,
and
it
then
was
you
still
went
too
down
much.
to 0 hit points. So you're down. You've got a round until you die.
I'm glad you rolled that for me because if I would have, it probably would have been 1, and I would have had 3 hit points.
Yeah, that's probably true.
I think you rolled 7 for me, which is far better than I
all
would
right.
have.
Mortimer, another one of these things, is gonna run up to you and try and take a bite out of you. Oh, I rolled
That
good.
misses. No, 18 definitely hits.
How does that hit your
Damn.
HP? That's 8.
I'm
jeez.
still up. Mortimer.
These are tough for a level 1 adventure. Goodness gracious. Jake, you better save the day.
Hmm. Oh boy. Check something here.
This feels real bad.
How many hit points you got left, Mortimer?
8.
8?
Mortimer has a ton of hit points.
Wow.
I will.
He's one of those guys. He's accepted the inevitability of death. He's very at peace with it. So he just kind of
Yeah.
it's cool.
Yeah.
I will run up to the creature and try to pistol whip it with my derringer.
Okay.
Does that version that I gave you have, you can just form weapons out of your protoplasm?
Well, I didn't know if that was going to take a turn to actually.
You just
Channel.
do it.
Yeah. It's a lot
Well,
like
in that case,
activating the Tommy Knocker abilities. Yeah.
You just turn your goop into greatness.
I have to roll higher than a 10 on this.
You rolled
Which I
a
do with an
natural
actual
20. That's
Whoa.
another boon there, man.
Yeah. So
I'm a little
going
jealous.
to I'm
You're
going to
not
turn this
rolling
into a
bad.
great big axe and chop at this thing.
Nice. Can't go wrong there.
15 for 3 damage.
Okay. 15 is a hit. 3 damage is acceptable.
You know what? I think I'll spend a boon to re-roll that. Or can I re-roll a damage die with a boon?
I think you can reroll.
You can reroll any
can't you?
die. Any die.
Oh, okay. In that case, because I can do better than a 2.
You did a
See,
9.
there we
All
go.
right.
Woo!
Jake, congratulations.
2 and 8.
You kill the first one of these things.
Goody.
Nice.
All right. That was fantastic. You run up, you form your slime into a huge axe, and you chop one of these hard, taking us to Mortimer, who's down.
Mortimer's
no, you're
not
not.
down.
I'm sorry, Flint's down.
I
Yeah.
really want to shoot something, but Mortimer is overall a pretty good guy and is going to yet again spend his action saving a teammate. So I will save Flint.
All right, Flint, you've got 1 hit point. You're conscious, and you're at a -4 to everything.
Like, jumps over to the top with you, stabilizes, gets attacked, jumps over on a Flint, stabilizes, hopes he doesn't get attacked again.
Yeah.
I might as well do nothing.
It is your turn, though, Dan.
So I gonna shoot my gun because that's the responsible thing to do.
Sure, pull a card.
Fact.
Oh, hold on. I did shuffle this just now. I actually haven't shuffled this specific deck of cards since our last Weird Frontiers game.
Nice. Well, let's see what you get.
Desperately needed King of Diamonds.
King of Diamonds.
Ooh.
Very good. +3. Roll your attack.
Since I get because I get a -4,
That's good. So you got a -1.
-1.
That's a clutch card to pull.
I'm sure that this is gonna be great.
Yeah.
That's
16 is a hit.
That's surprisingly all right. Well,
No.
damage is awful.
Oh, 2 damage. Yeah.
But it would be a +3 from the King of Diamonds.
5 is not bad.
That
5?
is accurate. That's good. That makes a difference. Very good. Okay. Taking us back up to Joe.
All right. The one that just got shot, I'm gonna try and bonk it with my door bar.
Okay.
And mouth harp's not playing anymore, right?
Nope.
Nope.
Yeah.
4's
miss.
a big miss.
I'm hitting hard, but I'm missing.
Yeah, that's true. So now everyone but Tater is up in melee. Mr. Man, one of these things is going to try and bite you.
I'm sure it will
Oh
succeed.
gosh, I'm sorry.
How dare you, Dan? 7 to hit.
Oh boy, that does not hit.
Good. All right, Bert, you're up, man.
I throw down my rifle and say, damn fool thing, and I pull out my tomahawk and I throw it.
Nice. Very good.
I'm not very good at this, but hey,
It's better.
you do what you do. 13.
13 is 1 point short of being a hit.
I will spin the luck to hit.
Okay. 14 is a hit.
And it does a D5. I got no strength. Point of damage.
Oh. I mean, it's a point in the right direction.
And
Is this on the one that was damaged already?
Yeah.
then I'll go and close in
Okay.
so it can be a better use.
All right. Move into melee. That means all of you are in melee range. Tater, it's a good
Except
thing
for
you
me.
did. No, you were up there where you got bit,
Mhm.
and then you shot it.
I
Anyway,
tried.
you tried. Tater, this thing's going to try and bite you. Oh, I roll a 5 to hit. You're fine, Tater. All right, Jake, we're back around. You got your protoplasm axe hand.
I sure do. Chop the damaged one. Oh,
That's a hex.
Oh.
crud. Well, I'll spend my last boon to eliminate that hex at least.
All right. So you got a
Let's hope we were
5.
talking about like a different target.
You got a 5. Let me get my fumble table. And this is a melee fumble table. You slip on something as you swing, causing the attack to go wild and strike a fellow ally, also engaged
God.
in melee combat.
Oh no.
All right, so first thing
You still have to make the attack roll to break their AC.
you will. Well, we got to see. It's a 50%
Just-
chance.
You have to
So-
pick someone.
Jake, high or low?
Hi.
All right, I'm going to roll a percentile. If it's low, it's high. You're fine.
Hmm.
All right.
You could have killed me again. Just saying.
Yeah, I was really worried about that.
But you didn't. And Jeremy, it's your turn. Nobody's down.
Okay. But can I just shove the barrel of the shotgun up into the thing's belly so I don't have to worry about shooting an ally? Or I can just do the pistol whip thing.
Yeah, because I mean, it's still shooting a ranged weapon into a melee, and I think there's also penalties for a point
I
blank
know.
shot like that.
Being a shotgun gunslinger was a bad idea. It's okay.
I have
do
no
the-
regrets.
I'll do the pistol whip thing.
Sure, pistol whip's a good move.
So I think I'll just roll that and I have to manually roll my
Your deed.
D die afterwards.
Yeah.
Having may or may not have nearly murdered my allies
15
in
is a
ranged
hit.
combat in melee. Like, bring it on.
So it doesn't do much. It'll be a 16 with a whopping 2 damage.
Okay.
The
It's still
I
2
guess.
damage in the right direction.
pain.
Yeah.
We need to go do that 6 iron mission so we can get an actual good gun.
All right.
Yeah.
Dan, you're up.
I I feel like I just owe a huge amount of sympathy to our gunslinger
Well, actually,
for no reason that you might understand.
I took it the wrong way. Firing at short range is a +1. I thought it was the other direction. Maybe it's some other game I played where if you're up
No,
close, you take a penalty.
at close range as a gunslinger, it's +1.
Well, that's just in general.
Yeah, that's just a
Well,
normal
yeah,
modifier.
not just as gunslinger, but
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, this turn I pistol whipped.
That's
and
fine.
I
Yeah.
barely grazed them.
Dan, what is Flint going to do?
that +1 helped save me. Fair deal.
Yeah.
I got a Derringer, and I assume it shoots twice. So I
It
mean,
does shoot twice.
probably gonna bravely shoot again.
Yeah, it's shooting to melee. Pull your card. You got this. What is it? Oh, what did you
I changed
pull?
my mind.
Oh no.
What'd you pull, Dan? An ace, as it's meant to be.
Mm.
Literally 2 cards in.
This seems par for the course. Is that right?
This
Yeah.
combat has gone probably way worse than it needed to.
Yeah, it did.
It's literally the second card.
Just like 2 characters went down so fast.
Counting
Yeah.
And
There we go.
oh,
I got
At least a
smacked
Tommy
on real
knocker's
good.
not eating on people's butts.
Yeah.
All right.
yeah, that would be horrible. Like, what? Who would let
Who would do
happen?
that? Who would do that?
I don't know. I
so-
would never eat a teammate's.
Dan,
Maybe there's something to it.
Mhm.
True, it was a pretty good luck
Yeah.
token once it happened.
all right.
What would you like me to do?
Yeah, so it's a misfire, shot misses, and so your gun's jammed up. You're not going to be able to fire it again. You got to roll in the firearm fumble chart. And what's your fumble die?
D12.
Go ahead and roll a d12. What's your luck modifier?
Nothing.
Okay, roll a d12.
I get- That's all right. I got a 1.
Gun accidentally discharges. Yeah, it's fine. The next attack against you get a +2. Now, the gun did fire in melee, so high or low, Dan?
There's no right answer. Let's just say low because that's how I roll. It's not.
A 68. All right, Dan, roll me a d4.
I'm gonna annihilate someone.
All right, that is going to be Mortimer.
Uh-huh.
Oh no.
No good deed.
I'll-
Dan, go ahead and roll your attack.
I will. I'll just gonna hit the button, push it, and it's great.
Jeremy, what's your AC? Is it just an 11?
It's 14 actually. So thank you.
I think that still hits.
5 damage.
You have a minus for.
It's
Is
true.
that
He would
including
have a
your
minus
minus
4.
four?
I
Yeah.
just saved him.
Oh, you would have a -4. That is a 10.
Good call. Thank you
Good
for
catch.
saving me from killing you.
That is a great catch. Joe, it's your turn.
It wouldn't have been the first
All right.
time.
I was swinging my door bar again. And let's see if it hits some.
Please hit.
Oh,
You're 2 points
I'm
short.
filled with.
Damn.
All right.
I'll keep pounding dirt.
Good God, guys. I'm done with this fight. Hurry up and kill these things.
I mean, if you drop half the party in the first round, what are we going to do?
Joe, this
Flash,
thing's going to bite you.
I don't count for what it's worth.
It's a miss. Bert, it's your turn.
How many of these things are there?
2.
2.
Can I get a line
With
20
both of
feet
them,
long and not catch anyone else and get them both?
give me a luck test.
Oh, well. You could just say no, Chuck. I mean, really, you could just say no.
I mean, you roll
hey,
a 1.
Hey,
You get a
I'll
boom
take
to get rid of that hex.
Wow.
Yeah, I'll get rid of one of my hexes. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, you do. You've managed to line it up just perfect. You're not going to hit one of your friends, but you're going to catch both of these.
Take a big old swig out of my hooch jug, and I use my mouth harp to light it as I belch fireball.
Nice.
Both. All right, so they're going to just take damage, and then they might catch fire as well.
Okay.
So 1d10 plus 1 in damage. Come on,
Ooh.
high numbers.
Oh,
11.
Yeah.
They both
Okay.
take 11. And they got to make a DC 11 save or catch fire.
Imagine rolling good.
Uh,
I don't know how.
I passed the save. Now, good news. I only have to roll for one of them. Because you kill the other one.
And now I'm slightly tipsy.
Nice. The one that's alive is not on fire. It's got that wet, slick skin. But it's in terrible shape. Just charred, burnt, blistering. Definitely looks like it's on its last legs. As it is now its turn, it is going to spin and start scampering towards that kind of pile of refuse in the back where Thomas, you saw that dead body.
The
Oh,
ghost
I'm
meat.
just glad it didn't kill me again.
Yeah, and it runs and we'll just say that it spends its turn running towards that spot in the back of this cave. Jake, you're up.
Well, I'm going to run after it and give it an old chop.
Absolutely.
Oh, not with
Nope.
the forearm, not.
Not with
You
the fork.
forgot to say "he-ya" first.
Ah, dang
That's
it.
the
That's
secret.
right.
That's the secret. Jeremy.
Well, I don't want to shoot a shotgun into melee. I've designed my character poorly.
That's okay. I take a die size less damage from penetration attacks. So
I'll
Yeah,
tell
I'm
you-
still gonna charge it anyways and do my best to just put the shotgun like right into the side of it.
Sure.
You got a +1.
Yeah, that'll give me a +1.
Yeah.
I'm good. It'll be fine. It'll be just
I
fine.
believe
And
in you.
we'll go free bleeder. No, actually,
Okay.
we'll do the one that hobbles it.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
Lame duck.
Yeah.
Yeah, lame duck. I'll do lame duck.
All right.
Not that it matters, but still 17 to hit and 11 damage.
What's the card?
Yeah.
Oh shit, I gotta draw a card.
Yeah.
Sorry. 7 of clubs.
Perfect.
That's
You're
fine.
Yeah. 17 to hit and 10 damage. You blow
11.
this. Oh, 11 damage. You blow this thing's legs off. All of these creatures are dead.
And I helped.
You did.
Start popping my joints back in
Yeah.
where they're supposed to be.
Joe, definitely check out the rule section for the Tommy Knocker because it outlines how you have to heal.
You gotta eat meat.
You gotta eat meat, and
Yeah.
you can do 1 hit dice per hour. So if
We
you've got meat
did.
to eat-
We killed some things.
and those things
So-
have meat.
Before that happens,
Yeah.
Tater will pull out his mouth harp, snap his fingers a few times, and say, "Rain falls on the water. It's dark. Ducks quack. Cha-cha, cha-cha."
Boing.
What?
Nice.
Take 3 points of hit points back, except for, unfortunately, magic doesn't heal the or undead guy. If you listen to the bad poetry, you get 3 hit points back.
That's great.
I appreciate that significantly.
Yeah,
I still
do
like it.
too.
It's something
Because
to listen to while I munch on the salamander.
I desperately needed hit points back.
Mm.
Desperately.
Yeah. All right. You heal up a little bit. Now what?
I mean, let's take a look at that there body.
Ooh. Some
I mean, it's important to loot that body.
Yeah.
Well, maybe before we get so much into the looting of it, let's take a look at this body, maybe compare it to what did you see up there, Mr. Man? Does this look in line with what you were seeing?
Yeah, is there like a great big gash across this thing's throat by any
There
chance?
sure is.
That's the one.
All right.
I told you guys, ghost meat.
Is
No,
it-
no eating. I'm gonna pick it up and kind of respectful, like carry it. And I don't know if you can talk that Philip there. Tell him I'm gonna build him a real nice coffin. We're gonna do him a burial. We're gonna treat him right.
Yeah, I suppose I could. I'll head back up there and let him know that.
With fire?
Yeah. So you all head out. You're heading back up towards the bridge. And Mr. Man, you would notice that as the Mortimer's carrying the body, the point of this ghost is following
comes.
Mortimer.
Hmm.
And actually, as you all kind of get up, he takes a few steps towards you all, but doesn't move real close. But yeah, go ahead, whatever you're going to do.
Yeah, I'll just call out to him. Don't worry about it. We'll get you taken care of, sir. You'll be on your way in no time.
He does have dead speak, so I mean, he can talk to the dead.
He can. No, it's fine.
Yeah.
It's just this. There's something with this one that this ghost isn't
Mhm.
able to talk.
Right.
Yeah, with its neck.
Do we need to like Stephen Hawking him?
Is there anything upon it that might help us identify a
Or-
kin or something, like maybe a pocket watch or some sort of
You
I don't
gonna
know,
search
totem.
the body?
Is it okay if we do that? Can you let it know? I want to see if we know any next kin. I'm
I
not
was
gonna
ready
loot a body.
to
I don't loot
I was
the
ready
dead.
to make up some sort of device by which he could communicate with us where he might not normally be able to.
Ooh. Like a spectral throat. I have some ectoplasm. if you need it.
Vocalizer, majobber.
Okay. What's happening?
I don't know, actually. I just made things up and I hoped that somebody would tell me what to do.
So I don't think that's quite how your ability works.
Yeah. You can't make
It
it up
does.
on the spot.
Okay, I can't. Dang it.
Yeah.
I'm just offering to look through the corpse to see if there's anything that might identify who it
Sure.
is. But I hope Mr. Man can like speak what we're doing over towards the spectral spirit that I can't see and say, hey, I'm not looting your body. I just want to see if there's any way to know who your next of kin is.
Yeah, we're just trying to determine if you've got any next of kin who need to figure out what exactly happened to you so that things can go a little bit more smoothly with your travel to the great beyond, sir.
Hey, Chuck, I just thought of something.
Yeah.
Let me look at the wound on that guy and see if maybe it might fit any of the weapons that those brothers carry on them. I just had a sneaking suspicion.
That's good. Yeah, I'm gonna have you give me an intelligence test. You are familiar with the brothers, so I'm gonna bump the
There's a
DC down a little bit.
there's a big brain moment
No.
right there.
Yeah,
Mhm.
not sure.
No.
Now, Mortimer, as you're kind of like checking for credentials, identifiers, one thing you do find in the pocket is a golden, gold band wedding ring.
Anything engraved on it, maybe on the inside of it? Or
It's inside. It's got a date and a little heart, and it's got some initials in it. Very standard kind of wedding affair. With the initials, you
Okay.
may be able to identify something.
maybe. Well, I mean, I know the sister in town. She seems to be the religious official. Probably like to have done that sort of a
Yeah, she probably
ceremony.
have record on it. Yeah.
Very good observation, sir.
Thank you, Mr. Man.
As you're looking at the ring, you notice this guy's fingers now following the ring.
Like he's got some sort of attachment. This is beyond me.
Would you like to have the ring yourself right now, sir, or would you prefer it to be given to someone special? You can nod for the first option or shake your head for the second.
He turns his hand over from a point to an open palm.
I'll take the ring. Yeah, I think he wants it right now. I'll just go hand it over to him, and I'll pop into the near so that I can actually give it to him.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah. So I'll just into the near and
Yeah, you hand it
walk
to
up to him and I'll put it right in his hand.
He takes it. He mouths the word "thank you," and as he puts the ring on, he breaks apart into ether, smoke, whatever, and vanishes.
I want to say
Cool.
that I helped.
And with that, you've released this ghost. You
I will
returned.
attempt to pop back over, but I failed. So
Yep.
I
So
will
going
attempt.
back to the near is you just do it. Coming
Yeah.
back into the physical is the hard.
Mm.
Oh, it's very much the
So
opposite.
either things went well or they went horribly. I'll let you know when I next appear.
session.
Yes.
And I will say,
Tune in next time for another episode of Dragon Ball Z.
Whatever this is.
yeah, I will
Chained
say,
Coffin.
as you do, you see Mr. Man disappear, that cold over the bridge kind of vanishes, and there's a kind of a peaceful feeling. You all return
But
back
no more
to town.
Mr. Man.
You're familiar enough with Mr. Man. He'll be back. You report that you got rid of the ghost. You get your barrel of gin.
Yeah.
And that's where we'll wrap for
Yeah.
tonight.
Actually, I will ask them straight up. Since we brought the body back for burial, I'll just ask them straight up. Did you kill this man? I ain't judging. I'd just like to know, and not in front of everyone else.
They'll come clean with you. Like, nah, we ain't killed that one. Yeah, I don't know what's up. There was some rough folk that, they thought they could show up and buy some stuff, off of us. So that's around the time we started noticing that ghost. So I'd imagine,
Well,
might have
if
happened.
you didn't do it, there's a murderer around, and you think you might know who those murderers are. Is that what you're telling me?
Yeah, it's what I got. Yeah.
Maybe we gotta resolve that business.
We got a lawman in this town. Never mind. That's a stupid question.
Yeah. Well, and then being around in this town for as long as you had, there is no lawman. There's Big John, one of the farmers, big guy, young guy. He works as the constable.
Like the song?
Yeah.
Big Bad John?
Yeah. And Tomathu, you would be familiar with Big John. He's a nice guy. But really the thing that he does most is when someone gets a little too drunk or too rowdy, he's the one who shows up to toss him out.
Oh, he's the fun stopper.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right. That's where we're going to wrap it for tonight. We'll be back in 2 weeks for more Chained Coffin. We've got some hooks out there. You've got a little place you're kind of working out of for now.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we'll just take it from there. We'll also, as we do our own thing, we'll be working through the adventures in the book as well. So those will be interspersed. Yeah, that's where we wrap it. Let's do some closing plugs, and we'll make like some trees and get out of here. Why don't we start with Bert? What do you got going, man?
I don't know. I'm still feeling kind of weird. This Sunday, I think we're going to go ahead and finish off that play test if everybody can do it, since we got maybe an hour and a half left in that. Next week, I don't know. Tuesdays is normally Werewolf 20th anniversary. Fridays, we got some BX Dungeons and Dragons, and we're playing the Immortal level. I don't think I've ever seen anyone play the Immortal level of the original old school Dungeons and Dragons. So we're going to start that.
That's
That's
very
kind
cool.
of exciting, actually.
Very cool.
And then Saturday should be Cyberpunk Red, but all pending whether or not I'm dead before then. So
That's
we'll
very
see.
true. Very
You
true.
better not be. What if I told you no?
Oh, I mean, if you say no,
Yeah,
I mean, just saying. My answer is no.
Something to consider.
yeah.
It's just something to consider.
Yeah. All right. Let's see. Joe, what do you want to throw out there?
Yeah, Friday is DOK. We're playing Anvia, the high fantasy system I'm putting together, and we'll be wrapping maybe a session or two. Depends on what other crazy shenanigans you guys decide to do. But yeah, it's going
I'm
good.
sure none.
Yeah.
None at all.
It's gonna be great. Gonna be great.
Yeah.
Jeremy, what do you want to put out there?
Earn Reese on Patreon. If you got comics, maps, tokens, fun stuff, check it out.
Check it out. Very cool. And then every Wednesday over on Defenders of Kobold, I am running a DCC campaign where we're playing Night Below. So check that out. And then we'll be back in 2 weeks from tonight to continue this Chained Coffin adventure. Yeah, I don't know. That's all I got. I'm gonna click some buttons and we're gonna make like some trees.
Oh my. Not the buttons. No.
Yeah, there it is. There's the
buttons.
All right. Later, everyone.
No. I thought you already clicked the buttons. No.